my set reviews mean absolutely nothing. This is because of two reasons. The first is one that I cannot change, that being I am not big enough to matter to people, and the second being that I have no criteria for the grade that I'm giving them, so it means absolutely nothing, literally. So let's create a criteria for rating Lego. I've officially created a Lego set criteria alongside a minifigure criteria. It is a point scale, so for the sets, you have a maximum of 13 points. And in order to get these points, you have three different zones of the set, like detail, build, and like miscellaneous, which includes like cost and Easter eggs and stuff. Uh, for detail, we have stickers, printed, sloped bricks, and a mix of colors because each of these adds a thing of detail and just smoothness to the set. If it's a weird color scheme or the color scheme just doesn't work at all, then that's not going to get a point. Details are very easy to max out. Build is like play features, like the ability to flush a toilet. Playability is like the ability for say a 5-year-old to play with it successfully. If it's a typically like display orientated piece or Lego, like a painting, the child is not going to be able to play with that. Pose capability is for the other type. So like you can put it on a shelf or a wall and it poses great. Technically you can do both of these things for some sets like dragons and planes. So that is the build. It's not super difficult, but it's difficult-ish. You have miscellaneous, which includes cost, so 12 points, or if it's more than 12 cents per piece, that's like not good. If it's 10 cents per piece, you get a point, and if it's under 6 to 8 cents per piece, you get 2 points. Easter eggs, if you have one of those, you get a point. Minifigures, if it has minifigures and it makes sense to have minifigures, if it has a good amount of minifigures, then it gets a point. Sometimes this can be excluded, like for a painting, it's not supposed to have a minifigure at all, so I might just exclude that. And it takes a reasonable amount of time. So that really just depends on if it's a difficult build, and if it takes like 20 hours to build a 1,000-piece thing, that's probably not great. And then that's out of 13. If you get 2 or less points, you get a 1 or 2 out of 10. If you get 3, or if you get 3 to 5 points, you get 3 or 4 out of 10. If you get 6 to 9 points, you get 5 to 6 out of 10. 7 to 8, you get 10 to 11 points, you get 7 to 8 out of 10, and 12 to 13 points, you get 9 or 10 out of 10. For 1 and 2 out of 10, it is criteria does not recommend. 3 and 4 is criteria says okay, as in not great but not bad. For 5 and 6 out of 10, criteria recommends. 7 and 8 out of 10, criteria highly recommends. And 9 and 10 out of 10, criteria very highly recommends, because that's like a perfect score. For the minifigures, it is a very similar system, except it's on a scale of 5. If you get a 1 out of 5, that's 0 to 1 points. 2 out of 5, that's 2 to 3 points. 3 out of 5, that's 4 to 5 points. 4 out of 5, that's 6 to 7 points. 5 out of 5, that's 8 to 9 points. For 1 out of 5, that's a criteria does not recommend. 2 out of 5, that's criteria says okay. It's the same as the previous okay. 3 out of 5 is criteria recommends. 4 out of 5 is criteria highly recommends. And 5 out of 5, again, is criteria very highly recommends, because that's a perfect score. It is, again, a point system, so detail is 2 faces, that's 1 point. Torso, you get 1 point for each side. Leg print, you get a point, and arm print, you get a point. Arm print is not super common, so that is a little difficult to max out. Rarity, if it's like you have like a unique or uncommon pieces like chopsticks or a coffee mug, and not like one of those like fake coffee mugs, like they look like a disposable coffee mug. Those are not common. They might be included in like a few sets, but they're not common. So those are going as unique pieces. Or if it's like a specific hair unique to one figure, something like that. And if it's army buildable / exclusive, this is 1 point, because if it's army buildable, then you just buy this minifigure over and over. That's pretty easy to do. And if it's exclusive, then you probably aren't army building it. You might be, but you probably aren't. So that's just 1 point for either of those. Exclusive means like it's only found in like 1 or 2 sets. Those are typically the more expensive ones too. And miscellaneous is cost. If it's under $5 to $8, that's 1 point. Higher, that's not good. And if it has an accessory, that's a point. So that's pretty easy to do. And that is my point system. And now I'm going to do an example with the Kohl's card that I had on screen earlier. Okay, this is Kohl's car polybag set. It is a 39-piece, $5 about set. It has no stickers. It has no printed, so there's no points there. This is the entire 360 of the set. It has a mix of colors. It has a nice gold and black color scheme. It has a slope right here to make it less stud-like. So that it already has 2 points. Play features, I guess you could count like these opening up as play features. A minifigure can also grab this little handle right here. Playability, it's definitely meant for play. This is not really a display set. It's just not, so we're not rating it for posing capability. So that means it has 2 points from there, so 4 points total. The cost is $5, so we're going to divide that by 39, and it has a nice 12 cents per piece, which is not horrible, not amazing. That's about 1 point, so that's 5. Easter eggs. Now, I don't see any Easter eggs, so I guess it is a remake of an old set, so we're just not going to count that as a point. Time, it took me about 4 minutes. I'm going to say that's pretty good. And then minifigures, it has 1 of those. It looks pretty detailed. So that's the set itself. Moving on to the minifigure section. This is the new Legacy Kohl. He has leg printing, torso printing on both sides. He has an accessory. He has a helmet with a double-sided face. Double-sided face means he has a point there. He has 2 points for torso, 1 point for legs. That's 3 points already. He does not have any arm printing. Or, no. He has 4 points already. He does not have any arm printing. That makes sense. Rarity, I don't think there's any unique pieces. He appears in multiple sets. It's not really something you would army build, so that's just not something there. Cost, well, consider that you pay like $5 for this set with the 39-piece little buggy. This is pretty good, and it has an accessory, so that's 2 points, 4 points, that's 6 points, meaning this has a 4 out of 5 for the minifigure, which means the criteria highly recommends it. And then the set itself, the criteria at 3 points plus 2 points plus 3 points. That's 8 points out of 13. That is a 6 out of 10. So the criteria recommends the set. And then my own personal opinion, I think this is a pretty cool set. I like how it's cheap, it's easy to build. It comes with a high quality minifigure. It's playable. Me personally, I would recommend this set. And yeah,